Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. If this is your first time visiting me, I would like to thank you. While you're here, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. By taking this action, it will help me to grow. Also, take a moment to read my about page so that you can have some understanding of who I am. I will never copy another person's work, nor will I copy another person's title. I am authentically me. This work is a part of my bloodline. Thank you for visiting, and I pray that you will return. Please check out my other videos. All are welcome to share his or her story in the comment section below, because your story may be a helpmate to someone else. My channel is a no judgment zone place for healing in some sort of way. If my video does not resonate with you, please do not try to make it fit at all. For anyone else and everyone else that this message does make sense to, take from it what will help you on your journey towards happiness in every area of your life. Please check out my other videos if you know what your placements are. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. Let's begin healing together. Some of you that are familiar with my videos know that I have a segment called storytelling. And so today I would like to talk to the married people and also the people that aren't married, because this may help you out. However, I'm gearing this towards my married people. You know, people come to tarot. We're going to specifically talk about marriage, relationships, outside entities, outside interferences, third parties. That's what we call third parties in tarot. When somebody extra besides you and your spouse, whether you are a man and a woman couple, a woman and a woman couple, or a male and a male couple, when an extra person interferes in your relationship, that's called a third party. I don't care if it's your mother or father, your sister or your brother, your grandparents, your cousins, a friend, a co-worker, whomever that person is, they're a third party entity. That's somebody that latched on to your space when they don't have a right to be there. I'm not a Bible thumper, but for the people that are, you know, it's a command from God, right? These are for my Christian folks, my Baptist folks, my Pentecostal folks, whatever your religion. The people that believe in God, I believe in universe. So this may help some of you as well. I just want to take you to school just a little bit in case you forgot. It is a command from God that when you join hands in marriage, that you are no longer two, but you become one. Therefore, what God has joined together, you're not supposed to let any man or woman separate you. That's Matthew 19:6. Matthew 19:6 also talks about how you must guard your marriage so that the outside world cannot separate it. Once again, the outside world is the third party. Whether it's your father or your mother, your sister or your brother, whether it's your children, whether it's your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, whether it's your neighbor, whether it's a co-worker or your boss, third party. You must guard your relationship. You must guard your marriage so that the outside world cannot separate it, because people become the outside world when you decide to get married. Before marriage, you are two. But when you decide to get married, you become one. So the way that you guard yourself, you're supposed to guard your spouse in return in the same manner, because you become one flesh. In Ephesians 5:33, this scripture instructs a husband to love his wife as he loves himself, and that his wife must respect him. This scripture is when your marriage is filled with conflict. Now, to the Bible thumpers, let me say this to you. Although Ephesians 5:33 says that a husband should love his wife as he loves himself, and that his wife must respect him, let me say this. Respect goes both ways, right? Because I feel like, right, your husband should love you like he loves himself. And I'm talking to my ladies. You as a woman, you should love your husband as you love yourself. So, in that respect, it takes two. Respect is earned. Okay? Now, let's get down to it. When family interference is in your marriage, you should set informational boundaries. That means what information should be shared with your in-laws, your children, your siblings, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles. You need to set informational boundaries. That means that's verbal communication, to let them know, no, no, no. Back off 5 feet. You don't belong here. Now, some of you may get mad and say, what do you mean? We family. What do you mean I don't belong there? You don't belong there. Because when a person marries, it's two. And when they say I do, they become one. They didn't become one with you, meaning the third party, the outside entity. You and your spouse don't lay down with your father at night. It's not 3 people in the bed, it's 2. And then when you turn off the lights, once again, you're one. So you didn't invite other people into your bed. So you have to set verbal boundaries. Verbal boundaries. Because a person can't assume what the boundaries are. You have to set them so that they'll know and they will be informed. Right? So you must keep your marriage private. So, what does the Bible say about a toxic marriage? In Ephesians 5, right? Ephesians 5 tells us, right, as a people, on how to lay the foundation down for a healthy marriage. And once again, that's going back to that mutual respect. But it doesn't talk about what to do inside of a toxic marriage, right? Ephesians 5 doesn't teach you what you should be doing with that toxic marriage. So ultimately, if you decide to stay with your partner, even if the marriage is toxic, that's your business. If you decide to ultimately walk away, that's your business, nobody else's. That's between you and your God. No one can make any decision for you about if you should stay or if you should go. That's solely between you and God. When a person interferes in your marriage, right? That is called alienation of affection as well. So, when someone interferes between a husband and a wife and a wife, a husband and a husband, that, once again, is a third party interference. That's what we call third party interferences. A husband and a husband, a wife and a wife, or a husband and a wife. No matter what your sexuality is, that's your business. It's not mine or anyone else's, right? See, people tend to forget that. So, once again, that's third party interference. That's why, from the beginning, when I started my channel, I let everyone know that my channel is a no judgment zone. No judgment zone. No matter what your situation is, my channel is a no judgment zone place for healing. And toxicity will not be tolerated on this channel. Okay? Let me just reiterate that. So, hint, hint. That is a civil tort claim. That is usually filed against the third party. People interfering in your marriage. And that's brought on by you or your partner, a spouse. Once again, alienation of affection. That's when that third party interferes. You know, once upon a time, my ex, right? My ex, he cheated multiple times, right? And one time I told this woman that I was going to file a claim of alienation of affection. And so she got scared, let me tell you. But I had no intentions on doing so. And that is because he made the decision to step out. That was his choice. That was his free will. So, with that being said, it's your choice if you want to file a tort claim of alienation of affection towards anyone that interferes in your marriage. So, now, let us discuss keeping others out of your relationship, out of your marriage. Number one, trust yourself. No one else. Trust you. Trust who you are and how you feel about every situation. See, this is where people make mistakes. Many people seek advice from friends or family about someone they are involved with. Do not do that. Trust yourself. Even with coming to tarot, even watching multiple videos, right? Don't let anyone make a decision for you. Trust yourself. That's rule number one. Rule number two, know what you can share with outside people. Know what you can share. And my answer to that is nothing. Don't share your relationship with anyone. It's nobody's business. It's between you and your partner, you and your spouse, you and your significant other. No one should be in your business. You should not discuss your business with anyone but your spouse. And if you feel like you can't talk to your spouse, talk to whomever you serve, whether it be God, whether it be Source, Universe, whether it be Allah, whether it be Buddha, whomever you serve. Because me, personally, I believe that there's one entity and we just have different names. Jehovah, Universe, Source, Spirit, God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, whomever, speak to that entity because they'll never tell your business, right? So rule number 3, end your toxic relationship. Let it go. When you no longer feel for your spouse in a way that you want to be with them anymore, and you feel like the relationship is toxic, bounce. When you feel like there's no more fixing it, when you feel like you can no longer trust that person, whatever your case may be, when it becomes toxic, it's up to you to either nurture it or let it go. Rule number 4, keep your disagreements private as well. If you and your spouse get into an argument about this or that, it's nobody's business. Nobody's. But between you and your spouse, right? Privacy is very important. If you have it, cherish it. Real talk. If you have it, cherish it. Because everyone doesn't have it. Rule number 5. Once again, we're back at setting boundaries, verbal boundaries. So, to my Bible thumpers, stay out of people's business. To my Bible thumpers, don't let anyone interfere in your marriage. To my Bible thumpers, set boundaries. And to the people who are not Bible thumpers, this same rule applies. Set boundaries. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. Let's begin healing together.